Sorry I'm late with this one, but it's better late than never because wow! Okay, so in what reality was the dude who couldn't even get through his Moonlight review without crying not gonna love Barry Jenkins' next movie?
Fuck me, this movie's so fucking good. Holy shit, yeah, it's a 10. Like, fuck now.
Oh, fuck.
Ooh, that's a first.
If Beale Street Could Talk clocked in at number 3 on my most anticipated list because, you know, obviously I'm a huge fan of Moonlight. I believe that is a perfect movie, or at least as close as we can get to it. I adore that movie. But Beale Street is also based on a book by James Baldwin, and I find that man incredibly fascinating. I find what he's about incredibly compelling. So yeah, of course I was going to be excited for this movie. So yeah, this story about a pregnant woman trying to get her incarcerated husband out of jail before she has the baby is kind of a knockout, and for me at least, it cements Jenkins as one of the most vital American directors of our time. I think that the thing that makes Barry Jenkins so right for a movie like this is his knack for just unlimited empathy. He really wants you to like see his characters and he really wants you to understand them. And when you combine his style of writing and directing with the cinematography of James Laxton, you get something really special because they shoot close-ups as if they're wides and wides as if they're close-ups. Honestly, there is no one in the game better at capturing faces than these two. They kind of present faces as a tapestry of a person. You can see all this history and, you know, everything they've been through, everything they're going through in the moment. And they ask that we examine those faces and really come to understand the people that we're seeing. And Beale Street absolutely nails this. It's got a much larger cast than Moonlight did, and it really asks us to take the time to see people, to really look into their eyes and to empathize with them, to feel what they're going through. And I think the movie totally nails that. Every performance in this movie feels essential and lived in all the best ways. Everyone feels completely authentic. No matter how elegant and poetic Beale Street gets, it never feels like Barry Jenkins is trying to be cinematic. It just shows that he and his cast and the entire crew, everyone creative on this movie, is walking this really fine tightrope between like realism and cinematic poetry. And it just so happens that every element kind of comes together just right, so that intersection feels, you know, gloriously lavish and beautiful, but also just incredibly real. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be this documentary style film. It can have all this gorgeous kind of slow motion and almost this heightened reality at times, but it never actually becomes, you know, fantasy or anything. It all feels totally authentic. I don't want to single out any particular cast member because I think that they all did incredible work and I was totally stunned. I think it was spectacular from all of them. But at the point that Brian Tyree Henry can turn up for just 5 minutes and do that, Jesus! Okay, I said I didn't want to single anyone out, but Queen Regina King, how are you so good in everything? Structurally, it's completely brilliant too, because it's playing out of chronological order through scenes that are cut up by flashbacks and flash forwards, which makes any real sense of time just fall away, and it holds these characters in moments that feel both eternal and fleeting. Please don't ask me how that works, because I don't think I really understand it. You've just got to feel it for yourself. And speaking of feeling, what about that score? Nicholas Britell, why you gotta do me like that? I mean, come on. Honestly, between this guy and Damien Chazelle's go-to composer, Justin Hurwitz, these are the best new players in the game, because, like, the score in this movie is just criminal levels of good. Britell throws up something that is bold and unique, and yet it's so understated and unobtrusive, which works completely perfectly for such a quietly passionate movie. Beale Street is literally empathy, the movie. And that's what I love about it. You can just feel the passion in every inch of this project, and when that's poured into such a compelling and human story, you're bound to come out with a winner. And as far as I'm concerned, we should just give Beale Street the gold. So So that was my review of If Beale Street Could Talk. Have you seen it yet? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you like this video? Well, of course you did. You can subscribe to this channel down there somewhere, as well as my other channel over there somewhere. And you can also follow me on Twitter at Loverboy and on Instagram at Breaking Banter. And of course, if you want to help support this channel and what I'm doing here on Patreon, go ahead and do that. Thank you so much to anyone who is doing that already. It means the world to me. It's just awesome. I love you guys. And yeah, I guess I'm back to reviewing pretty much everything I see. I've got a backlog of stuff I'm gonna go through and cover for you guys. So stay tuned. We're gonna be pumping out a couple of videos a week now. So it's gonna be fun. I'll see you guys in the next one.